नमस्कार, इन गोवा बातमीपत्रात आपलं स्वागत। सुरुवातीला पाहूया महत्त्वाच्या घडामोडी। सुधारित नागरिकत्व कायद्याच्या विरोधात दिल्लीमधील जामिया इस्लामिक विद्यापीठात पोलीस आणि विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये उडालेल्या धुमश्चक्रीनंतर हिंसाचार भडकला असून देशभरातील अनेक विद्यापीठांमधील विद्यार्थी आंदोलन करत रस्त्यावर उतरले आहेत। गोव्यातील कायद्याचं शिक्षण घेणाऱ्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी हा कायदा असंविधानिक असून तो रद्द करण्यात यावा अशी प्रतिक्रिया दिली आहे।
My name is Prasenjit Dhage. I am part of Salgaonkar College of Law. I am studying in the 4th year BA LLB program, and I am here to express my views about the new Citizenship Amendment Act, which is the recent act passed by both the houses of the parliament, and it was approved by the president also. So it has come into, the bill is no more a bill, it's an act now. The Citizenship Amendment Act, according to this, the illegal immigrants that are staying in India, that is the Hindu minorities and Christian minorities, who are the illegal immigrants of Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan, they are going to be given refuge and they are going to be given citizenship in India. And the argument of BJP, the current government, is that these religious minorities are being discriminated in the countries of Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh. Now, if we go to see if their argument is, if it is based on the discrimination, then there are also other minorities in Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan, they are being discriminated. For example, the Muslim minorities of Shias, Mujahirs and Ahmads. These are the minorities who are discriminated by the Muslim themselves in these countries. So if the law is based on discrimination, then why not also these minorities are taken into account while forming this bill? Why only Muslims are left out when it comes to giving refuge and giving citizenship in India? Now, this is not only one, there is another reason why this rule is completely discriminatory. Point number one, RAW, that is the Indian intelligence, has warned time and again the Indian government that if this act is come into picture, that means many of the Muslims who are pretending to be Hindus, they can come into India and they can infiltrate and they can start terrorizing the people there. The Indian government has completely ignored this Indian intelligence RAW and they have still enacted this act. Point number two, now we already know that the economy is in doldrum, unemployment is 45-year high, prices of goods are increasing. At this point, does it make sense prioritizing the Citizenship Amendment Act? Does it? I want to ask everyone. Secondly, if this act is enacted, what happens to the citizenships? What happens to the refugees who come here? Where will they get to stay? How will the funds be spent? And at this point of time, can the funds be allotted to these things? Because if there are funds, then they should be allotted to other things which need more priority right now. That is the economy and the rise in the price of grains and so on and so forth. The third thing is that the BJP wants to just divide and rule in India right now. They are using the police machinery to just beat and smash the students who are trying to protest against this bill. Dissent is something that the BJP is not tolerating at this time. Freedom of speech and expression is not something that they are observing. So I want to ask everyone, is it really the Achhe Din, the much awaited Achhe Din that the BJP has promised? I don't think so. Thank you.
So, माझे नाव हर्षल देसाई, हांव साळगांवकर लॉ कॉलेजीन शिकता 5th year BA LLB. Now, as we are aware that the central government has passed Citizenship Amendment Act. The bill is now an act because the bill is passed in both the houses of the parliament as well as it has achieved the president's assent. Now, the bill is basically targeting the religious minorities of Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. Now, who are these minorities? These minorities include the Hindus, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, but the bill excludes Muslim minorities or Muslim religion to be specific. Now we have Ahmadiyya Muslims, we have Shia Muslims in Pakistan who are often targeted, we have Rohingya Muslims in Myanmar who are often targeted and who take shelter in India. Now constitutionally speaking, is this bill constitutionally valid? The courts have to take a cognizance about it. The Supreme Court has to take a suo motu cognizance on this aspect because this bill is in clear violation of the Indian Constitution. Article 14 says that any person will be equal before the law. The Article 14, the people need to understand this. Article 14 speaks about any person. Article 14 does not apply to any citizen of India, but it applies to every person, every human being who is in India. So Article 14 speaks about right to equality, which says that equality before the law and equal protection of the law. So does this bill give equal protection before the law or equal protection of the law? Definitely no. It is targeting the Muslims. It is creating an violence. And my second question to the people of Goa and the people of India: can we have a law? Keep the constitution aside, keep the laws aside, keep everything aside. Can we have a law in a welfare state like India? Can we have a law which ignites violence? Can we have a law wherein people are affected by such a law? Obviously not. So I urge the Supreme Court, I urge the constitutional authorities to take a cognizance in this regard, to halt the constitutional amendment, to halt this amendment of Citizenship Act unconstitutional and strike it down. That is my appeal to the Supreme Court and the constitutional authorities.
Hello, I am K. Krubeshwaran and I am a final year student of Salgaonkar Law College in Panjim, and I am here to express my views on the Citizens Amendment Act that is currently creating headlines all across the nation. As everyone must be aware of the sequence of events and incidents that took place yesterday, that clearly shows the mindset, because it is not just about the act, which is now, as one of my friends already said, it's already an act because it's got both the houses approval as well as the consent of the President of India. So having said that, this particular act, what they call it, is clearly violating the provisions of the Constitution. Let me be frank enough to tell you, since we are law college students, I can tell you it's violative of Article 14, which is right to equality. You need to first of all understand, if you look at the presentation by the Honorable Home Minister, he is trying to say time and again, it's only to benefit the minority sections of Pakistan, Bangladesh and the northeast sections of our country. So having said that, it's only violating, I mean, how can you give citizenship only to those sectors if you are not going to be violating Article 14? You need to make it applicable to anyone and everyone. Second thing, when you are discriminating on the basis of religion, when you are trying to claim Hindus, Sikhs, Jews, Christians to be a minority in those particular countries, the fact of the matter here is you cannot decide based on religion being one of the criteria. You have to decide either in general to anyone who has been staying in India for a long time, irrespective of the religion, because that's what our constitution speaks about. So you cannot categorize based on religion of the persons who are now in India. So that's not valid. Now having said that, there's a way of putting forward things, like you have presented the same before the houses of the parliament, you find so much of agitation, there's a way of dealing with it. Like yesterday, everyone have seen how the Delhi police, I would say, have taken the law in their own hands. Like they have not managed to prove, first of all, who has done what. They have, I would say, entered the library of the university, vandalized motorbikes which were lying outside. I'm like, were the motorbikes trying to create any problem? If your aim was to control the situation, then you should have controlled the situation, not behaved like goons over there. So this does not set a right example, and if this is what is going to be the impact of Citizens Amendment Act, then it definitely not pass in the rightful sense. That's it.
So, as my friends have already spoken about Citizenship Amendment Bill violating Article 14, our Article 14, it guarantees equality to everyone irrespective of whether they are a citizen of India or not. It's true. However, Article 14 also permits reasonable classification. The defense of the government in this case is that the reasonable classification here is the persecuted minorities from other countries and their protection. However, if the basis of classification is persecuted minorities, then Muslims too are persecuted in our neighboring countries like Myanmar and China. So if the classification is on the basis of that, then selectively excluding the Muslims is against the constitution and it's clearly arbitrary. Having said that, practically is India in a position today where we can implement this? We have lack of employment. Our economy is slowing down. In such a situation, having more citizens here, it will only further make the situation worse. So this is practically, it's just adding to the the terrible situation of our country and our economy, and so this bill should definitely be scrapped. Also, can a bill be implemented in a country where majority of people are unhappy with it? There are widespread protests all across the country. Students are protesting against it, and the government is simply suppressing them, and it's violating their freedom of speech and expression. So can a bill be implemented? The government is suppressing its own citizens in order to protect the rights of the migrants, of the illegal immigrants. So can such a law be imposed with which its own citizens are unhappy? So in my opinion, this bill should definitely be scrapped, and I really pray that Supreme Court does declare it as unconstitutional.